Hello folks, welcome back to Banta Music. So there's no doublings in this one, and just gonna make sure those two are not highlighted, and we're going to go through this one. So one thing I will point out is that while this has been watered down, and this will be available on the website, so we're gonna start from the beginning. And the only part that I will mention that might be a little bit more difficult is this part down here, because it has 16th and 32nd notes. So it's going to be a little bit quicker than the rest of this, but the majority of it is pretty attainable. So we're going to go from the D here at the beginning. So the first bar sounds like this. I'll do it one more time. Now I'm going to play the first part, and then we'll go through the bars one by one. So if you've heard, you will have heard this if you have watched my video and heard other people play it as well. So that's the basic idea, melody of the tune. And a couple of the bars might sound a little bit different because I took out the F grace note as in like right here, between the high A and the high G in the next bar there. So let's start from the D. So we're going to start, let's see here, we'll start with 50 beats, start with 50 beats a minute. So let's go over the first bar here. So 50 beats, 1, 2. 1, 2. Try again. I was a little bit on the fast side there. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. So I'm going a little bit fast in the first bar, so I'll slow it down just a wee bit. Make it down to 45. Da da da. Whoops. Da da da. Yeah. Okay. So let's try the second bar. We'll change it to 45 beats. 1, 2. It's a pretty simple bar. So let's try again. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's better. 1, 2. Let's try the third bar now. 1, 2. 1, 2. So because that E at the end of the third bar is a cut 16th note, I just make it easier and go up to the next note in the fourth bar, which is the F. So let's try from the beginning of the third bar again on the high A. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, and now we'll start from the F in the fourth bar. 1, 2. 1, 2. So that is the first line. The last bars only got a few notes. Very similar to the second bar. Let's go on to the next line. So this will be what the fifth bar, which is at the beginning of the second line. This is what it would sound like. So I'm starting from the end of the fourth bar, first line, just so I can get that low A tap in there, which is what this little grace note here is. So that's what that sounds like. So let's start from the ending E in the fourth bar, so in the first line. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, now let's go on to the sixth bar. 1, 2. One, 2. Okay, and let's go on to the E in the seventh bar. So this bar will sound like this, to give you an idea. I'll try that one more time. I missed the grace note. So let's try that again. The metronome in. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now let's try it with the last bar. 1, 2. So that is the first part of Lochanside, and you'll notice that there are repeat bits here. So you can go through the first part again. For purposes of the video and the length of it, we're only going to go through each part once so that you can get an idea of what it sounds like, and then you can go through each of the parts twice if you want to, but for now we'll just go through each part once. Let's go on to the second part. So hopefully you're enjoying this. If you are enjoying the video, give it a like, and let me know what other tunes you would like to hear, and learn how to play a little bit of a watered down version if you're still a fairly novice player. If you were playing this on pipes, you would be playing the C tap on the D, and because we have back-to-back Ds, I figured I would write in a G grace note on the first D in the second part so that it's a distinguishable D from the D up here. So let's actually play from the D here. We'll exclude the grace note here for now. Go from the D here at the end of the first part and go into the D of the second part. Okay? 1, 2. 1, 2. So just in case you're fairly new to grace notes, the grace note here, just before the second high A, is simply a thumb tap. That's all that is. So let's try that bar again. From the D. 1, 2. And onto the second bar. 1, 2. One, two. And third bar, because the second one was fairly basic. On the third bar. 1, 2. So I will point out that as we go through these, if we get to the end of a bar and there's a 16th cut note like the F here, it is here, it'll be easier for us to go on to the next note of the preceding bar so that we don't stop on just a dotted 8th note such as the high G here. We'll go from the F down to the E, and then that will make it easier for us to then proceed into the following bar. So we'll do that in any of the other bars. Can't quite make any out at the moment. I think that's probably about it. So let's start going from the D here, and then we'll end on the E in the 4th bar. I'll move my mouse out of the way. Okay, and turn my timer on again. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. And we'll go into the 4th bar on the E. 1, 2. One, two. And then we'll go on to the 4th line. So starting on the last E in the 4th bar, because we want to get that low A tap in there. From the E, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, and let's go on to the 6th bar on the high G. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so there's quite a bit of repetition, especially in the 5th bars, because as you see, the 2nd and the 5th bars are usually pretty similar. So now we'll go on to the last 2 bars of the 2nd part. So on the dotted E, 1, 2. 1, 2. And last bar. 1, 2. 1, 2. And on to the last part. So in the regular music, when you go down from the C down to go from the C down to the low A, and it's actually a little bit of a weird thing. I can't remember the technical term for the movement, but it goes like this in the regular music. Half the time, even I miss that. It's a bit of a doozy, because honestly, we don't use this finger very much. Oh my dear. We don't use this finger very much. So I decided to take it out, because honestly, if you're just getting to grace notes or even doublings, then that movement will be a bit of a pain in the arse. So for now, I thought the best way to go about this little bit here was to simply add in a low G grace note onto the low A. It's as close as you're going to get to the regular sound. and it's doable with pretty much any beginner that's just learning the scale and grace notes. So I'll start. I'll play the first bar for you. Okay, and I'll get my tempo. So I'll play it. 1, 2. So it sounds a little bit odd because that movement there has a very distinctive sound to it, which is very hard to mimic on any other pipe movement. So I simply took that out and put the grace note on the next low A. So it sounded a little bit different, but we're going to go with it. Okay, we'll start. I'll play it one more time. Okay, let's play it all together. 1, 2. One, 2. So 1, 2. Now onto the second bar. 1, 2. 1, 2. And third bar, we're going a little bit quicker, and it will slow down in the sixth bar because it's a little bit trickier. Okay, third bar. 1, 2. One, 2. Sorry. I actually played that too fast, so we're gonna try it again. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then I'll play the fourth bar for you. One. Oops, sorry, a little bit of a flub at the big end there. 1, 2. Yep, let's play it all together. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then onto the fifth bar, last line. Fifth bar in at the beginning of the last line. So that's what that sounds like. So all together. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, here is the bar that's probably the trickiest out of the whole tune because of the 30-second notes. It's really quick, so this is what it'll sound like. So it is choppier in the first 4 notes. I'll do them one more time. So let's try it out. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Okay, and with this bar, I encourage you to take your time with it. Don't rush. If you need to, bring the metronome down to 40 or even less, so that the F and the D are not cut too much, because 30-second notes are very easy to cut too much. It's easier to cut them too much than it is to make them too big. So make the F and the D a little bit bigger than you might if you're prone to making your notes a little shorter than they should be. but take your time with this bar. If you need more time, take all the time you need. I'd rather you learn this properly than try to cut corners. So let's try this bar one more time, then we'll move on to bar 7. Bar 6. 1, 2. Now on to bar 7. And then with the high G, there is a little F grace note there, the same as what we had in the first part. So just with the F tap there on the high G. So from the E, 1, 2. I was a teeny bit early with G with the doubling or grace note. So we'll try again. 1, 2. That's better on my part. 1, 2. And last bar of the tune. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. There we go. That is the at least my watered down version of Lochanside. So I hope that this was helpful for you and gave you a bit of another tune that if you're just learning the scale or if you're just a little bit past that, then this will help you to make it a little bit more fun instead of going up and down the scale, which is just boring. You can only do that for so long without going crazy. So if there's any other tunes, like mass band tunes or something that you would like to see watered down like this, if you like this format, let me know down in the comments or send me an email through my website. The website still is under construction, but the contact form is functional. So let me know what you think of this format and what other tunes you would like to hear. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.